Yes, welcome to another Man Scout Monday. I, of course, am your host, the Man Scout, Jake Manning. How is everybody's Monday? It's been a Monday. It has been very stressful. I have a very busy week. I got to go to the gathering of the Juggalos, and I have to be back at Panther Stadium for the first home game of the year. It's only preseason, but it's a big deal, and it's considering how much excitement there was around the Fan Fest. There's gonna be a lot of excitement around Bank of America Stadium this weekend. There's a lot of excitement in my life, but a lot of excitement here on the show. Guys, hit the share button, share this out to everybody. This caption is down below. This is not my new Twitter handle. This is not a hashtag that is specifically that I'm going to get over. We're going to try and get this over a little bit. This underneath here, this lower third will all make sense after I give you the update of this weekend. It's a very, very good story, but guys, this is a very important one right here, especially for all of you guys who are big on Instagram. Guys, I will explain this in a little bit, but it has been a very, very busy week. I am just coming off the heels of the large WrestleFest that just happened this past weekend at formerly known as the Mid-Hudson Civic Center. It's now got some sort of convention center name to it now, but I was just there for Northeast Wrestling. A lot of excitement, and it was great to interact with actually a lot of you guys. A lot of you viewers of Man Scout Monday were there. A lot of you guys came up to me and were like, hey, I really like Man Scout Monday. And I was like, what do you like about it? Because I'm clueless on it as well. No, it was very nice to interact with all of my fans this past weekend at Northeast Wrestling. And, and I'd love to talk more about that. And I got a very interesting story. But before we get there, I'll let you know that later on in the program, we will be debuting a new segment. I'm going to keep that close to the vest until it is time to debut it. So I'm going to let you guys know there's a little bit of excitement on my social media. This is not my new Twitter handle, but on my Twitter handle at @ManScoutManning. A lot of excitement about the new segments I got a little bit later on in the program. But, kind of one of the things that I got from the interactions with people is you like it when I just talk, interact with the fans. And we're going to do something very interactive a little bit later on, but we're going to get there because we got a lot of ground to cover. It was a very busy week for me last week. And, of course, this weekend, as I said, Northeast Wrestling, Mid-Hudson Civic Center, Northeast Wrestling title match with Dan Moff. I can't thank all of you guys that came up to the gimmick table and be like, we're rooting for you. We'll riot if you don't win. Well, where was my riot? Because I didn't win. I was basically almost choked to death, and there was no riot afterwards. You guys said you would riot if I didn't win. Well, where was the riot at? I needed a riot squad to help me with Dan Moff, but I think I held my own. I was very nervous about that match because he is a no BS type of guy. I will tell you that much. That is for sure. You see how he is in the ring, and I knew I had to put my boots on real tight that day, put my wings on, as Bobby Eaton used to say. I put my wings on that day, and I came for a fight, and hopefully I delivered the best one I could on that particular day, even though I lost. Just because I lost this past weekend doesn't mean I won't win again sometime in the future or possibly win for the first time against them. We'll see how it goes. But guys, I was very nervous about it. I even went to one of the training classes at Hebron Hall just to kind of knock the ring rust off. I mean, because I've been in a ring a couple of times, but and I've been booked some places. I was booked at AEW Dark, but I only wrestled a minute, so I wanted to really get my in-ring cardio up, and I just needed to knock the rust off, if you will. And I think I was okay. I felt, even though I got the L, I came out a little bit more confident with my in-ring where I'm at right now, which is good because I got a couple more matches coming up. I got the wrestling gathering of the Juggalos this weekend, and the week after that I got Elevation Pro Wrestling, which apparently Movie Mike has cut a promo on me, and I will soon cut a promo on him and put it here on this particular program. He did a very good one. I called him a C+ student, but I'm gonna give him an A+ for the promo. So look out, Movie Mike, and the promo that he cut on me. Maybe I'll play it here on the program if you haven't already. Look for it if you can't find it. So regardless, I think that's shaping up to be a really big match here at the end of the month. I believe the 28th around Lexington, North Carolina, not Kentucky. So because they got the Lexington, North Carolina rate, not the Lexington, Kentucky rate. So very big match coming up there. And like I said, very, very nervous. No, I would get into shape eventually. And I think if this is where we're starting off right now, I feel really good about my in-ring shape right now. And I feel like I'm looking as good as I've ever been right now. I feel like I'm about as lean as I was when I was 170, but I'm 190 right now. And I'm standing toe-to-toe with a man like Dan Moff and keeping up with it. And actually did a couple new moves that you guys probably hadn't seen. So I would highly recommend that you go out of your way, go find the match, go watch the match, watch the whole show. Main event with Sammy Guevara and Fuego del Sol. You know, Eddie Kingston wrestled on the show as well. Cody Rhodes made an appearance. Private Party wrestled on the show. Matt Hardy wrestled on the show. Go look for it. Northeast Wrestling and northeastwrestling.com. Go to their pivot share. And well, that was weird. I just went black all of a sudden. Just screen blacked out for whatever reason. Thought I lost internet there, but we're back. We're here. We're good. So somebody, I was a little worried because it was like, oh, I'm pretty sure I paid my light bill this month, but once again, all I have is a part-time job right now. But worse is over as far as that goes. But the lights went out on me because, well, the lights went out on me when I was in the match with Dan Moff because, as I said, got choked out. The ref stoppage, definitely not. Definitely did not tap out. Regardless, guys, it was very, very cool to go up there. And I'll tell you something that's been happening a lot when I fly in to these Northeast Wrestling shows. This is a new thing because I get flown in, you know, because Mike Lombardi, a very good, promoter, he's always taking care of me first class, always taking care of me top notch, flown me in times I needed to. Usually I always make sure that I got a hotel after the show, and not a lot of promoters fly me in. So it's kind of a surprising thing to get flown in. And when I got flown in, every time I've gotten flown in, I always have to be stopped and they always have to check my carry-on. For whatever reason, they always have to check my carry-on. And because I guess when I carry all my pint-sized All-Stars, it's something that the scanner recognized, like, oh, we better check that. We got to figure out what that is. And I always get asked, like, do you have rocks in here? I'm like, no, I got little figurines. And the guy at TSA kept going on and on and on and on about like, oh, are you a scout leader? And here's the thing, guys. When you're a pro wrestler and any civilian or even person of authority or anybody else not in wrestling, when they see you and they make some sort of assumptions like, oh, you do wrestling? You mean like high school wrestling? Or, oh, what's this all about? Are you this or that or whatever? You just kind of just let them have it. Like, you're like, okay, yeah, that's what I am. So when the guy at TSA was like, oh, are you a scout leader? And I go, yes, I am. So, all right, let's check my camera real quick. It's bothering me right now. There we go. Of course, I have to be my own cameraman, do it all myself. I feel like my HDMI cable was not connected properly because I had to reconnect everything because I had to take my camera down to go film the set. And of course, that it was happening and going off in the middle of this story about me dealing with the TSA and just kind of let him have it. I should let the camera have it, to be really quite honest. But anyways, so TSA was like, oh, you a scout leader? I go, yes, I am. And he goes, oh, it's really cool of you that you're helping kids get outdoors and do all these things. Like, yep, definitely a scout leader. I'm not a wrestling Boy Scout. Yep, definitely a scout leader. Going to have talks with the youth of America about camping, because you just want to move on. You just want to keep moving. So, like, anybody can make any type of assumptions. Like, he could have been like, oh, so are you a male stripper that dresses up like a Boy Scout? I go, yep, that's me. And I got all those mini rubber figurines for bachelorette parties. You don't want to know what they do with them. Yep, sure. Because I just want to get through. Just want to get on by. Like, a police officer pulls me over. Like, where are you going, sir? Oh, nowhere. Just got back from this place and I'm heading back home. Like, well, why'd you do that? I'm a wrestler. Oh, you mean like high school wrestling? I did high school wrestling. What's your weight class? 189. You go along with it because you just want to get through. You don't want to get made fun of. You don't want anything to bother you and that such. You just kind of wave along. So every time I go through TSA now, they always have to check and see my pint-sized All-Stars, and it's always It'd be harder to explain the truth why I have a bunch of miniature rubber figurines of myself, other than just let them come up with a story, and I just okay. It's just much easier that way, and just go ahead and let them have it. That's how I see it. But anyways, as I said, it was a long day. I got up very early. I always like as close to a first out as possible or a first in as possible. The guy who's giving me a ride, he was getting his car fixed, which I'm gonna have to do for my car very soon. So he was a little late getting me, which is fine, no big deal. I had more than enough time. We not rushed whatsoever. Got to the building, and as always, Mike Lombardi, first class, always usually sends me the hotel reservation email as I'm landing. I usually see it as soon as I check my phone and turn it on after I land, but for whatever reason I didn't have it. I guess I was splitting a room with somebody, which is fine because I only needed it for a couple hours. And sometimes these airport hotels can be rather expensive. So I had no problem splitting a room because I'm only going to be there for maybe 2 or 3 hours, maybe take a shower, take a 2-hour nap, get up on a first out because that's what I prefer, first out. So I've got the rest of the day and thought nothing of it. But then all of a sudden I was like very clueless on why my camera's acting up again. Hold on. There. We're going to hope this holds, and it doesn't. So. Ugh. Come on. Sorry about this, guys. I don't know what happened. I'm going to keep trying and messing around with all of this. Don't know why I'm having such an issue with this. Leave the studio. All right. Well, I guess we'll use this camera. How's this? How is this look? Awful? Great. I agree. Let's turn the light down a little bit so this doesn't look as bad. All right. This is the worst, guys, right now. This is horrible. This is really bad, but I guess this is what it is until I figure out what's wrong with my camera. It's not like I spent a ton of money to make sure that this works. But no, I don't know why this particular camera is not working. There we go. Let's do this. And we're back to the regularly scheduled program of getting this figured out. I knew something bad was going to happen eventually. Eventually, something bad was going to happen with this camera, but at least I figured it out. hopefully I'm okay for now. I'm sweating profusely right now. Hopefully you enjoyed that. This is the worst right now. But no one else was a bad situation because basically when I was leaving the show, I wasn't 100% sure where I was staying. I didn't know who I was staying with. Nobody could tell me exactly. So I was like, as long as I can get a ride to the hotel, worst case, I'll just take the hotel shuttle and sleep in the airport. But I know I was supposed to room with somebody. So I rode with Aaron Sabater, the guy whose Twitter handle is just below Aaron. His Twitter handle, that's just below Aaron's Twitter handle, which is right here. A good friend of mine. Also, really funny New York comic. He's the guy that's given me a lot of rides to Northeast Wrestling shows. He's usually the guy, like, if there's big name talent, he's the ride. And also training to be a wrestler as well. I think he said he wrestled with like one of Bubba's schools, and yeah, he's just trying to break into the business. He's also a really funny comic, so we got very similar life paths. So he was willing to give me and Matt Hardy a ride. Well, he was going to give Matt Hardy a ride anyways. Matt Hardy was okay with me sitting in the back seat and give me a ride to the hotel so I could figure out who I was staying with. Because normally in these situations, you know, maybe my name is on the room, and, we saw Matt check in and they had a whole stack of keys for everybody in Northeast Wrestling. And I was like, well, maybe I got a room. And Aaron's like, I think I'm supposed to have a room too. And so we gave our name to the guy behind the desk, and he couldn't find either of our names. And we knew it had to be somebody, and we'd be willing to just stay with anybody. Like I said, I only needed for a couple hours. So me and Aaron are just sitting in the lobby, and Aaron was even willing to buy a room. I guess he's got it like that. And apparently there was no rooms available. So me and Aaron were just kind of sitting in the lobby, like hoping we'd run into somebody, because everybody's coming to this hotel. We'll run into somebody else and say, hey, who's rooming with you? And if they got an empty spot, we were just going to jump in. And then after doing that for about 20, 30 minutes, Aaron just gets up and goes to the front desk. And I'm just sitting there kind of just sulking, realizing I'm losing less and less sleep. And then Aaron comes back and slams a room key down on the table, and he goes, we got a room. And I'm like, how'd you do that? And Aaron was like, I'm the effing man. I would say what he said. He goes, I'm the man. That's why. And I go, no, seriously, they're sold out. You didn't buy a room, did you? And then Aaron proceeded to tell me that he talked to the guy behind the counter, which Aaron and both the guy behind the counter at the registration decks in the lobby were both black. And Aaron's like, I may or may not have used the Help the Brother Out card, which I'm a white kid from Iowa. I don't know what Help a Brother Out entails. And I don't know how many Help a Brother Out cards you get. I don't know, like I don't know if I owe you. And I asked Aaron, like, do I owe you anything? I don't know how Help a Brother Out card works. Like, I don't know the value of it. Do I I don't know if you used one of those cards you could have used somewhere else. But Aaron's like, yeah, you see what's going on here. Can you help a brother out? And brother helped him out, and I got to sleep. So basically what I'm asking for you guys is, since I have no clue what Aaron had to do to use his Help a Brother Out card, is what I'm asking you is, since Aaron's a comic, entertainer, much like myself, and, we get very excited when people follow us on social media. Some of you are watching this right on IG. I highly recommend that you go ahead and go into Instagram and follow this Twitter account. And he doesn't, his Instagram account. His Twitter account's very old right now. Go ahead and follow this address on Instagram right now. And I want each and every one of you guys to say in the comments section, done. I'm following Aaron. Aaron's got a lot of big things coming up. He's a really funny comic. He opens for some amazing comedians as well in the New York City area. Go ahead and follow him on Instagram. I want everybody in here to go ahead and go do that. He's a good follow, and it's not annoying. He's an amazing comic, and he lived in the Northeast. He might be coming to a town near you. Friend of the show, training wrestler, amazing comic. Helped me out. Used one of his Help a Brother Out cards to basically ensure that I get some sleep before my flight and get a nice shower. Heck, if you want to take his most recent Instagram post and put the hashtag help a brother out, I think that'd be hilarious too. So go ahead, click the follow. Casey King, you did it. Jeremy Hinyub, you did it. You notice why I didn't say anybody's name? This is where I give you a shout out right now. If you go ahead, you follow Aaron on Instagram right now, and even if you want to even put the hashtag help a brother out on his most recent Instagram post and say done, or put the screen cap in there, I will shout you out. That's it, Danielle. If you just followed him right now, like I said, he's an entertainer. He's a performer like me. And if I can just give him Instagram followers right now, if I can boost his signal for helping me out, I would be super happy. And I'm sure he'd be super happy to see, like, oh, where did all these follows come from? Oh, I got that from Jake. Well, that help a brother out card was very useful. So everybody that's got an Instagram, go over there and do it. So go ahead and please, Casey King can comment it as well. Hashtag help a brother out. That is even better right there. So go ahead, hit that follow button on his Instagram. He's an amazing comic, and you guys, I can't thank you guys enough. After when I gave the list of road comics who were friends of the program, Dave Lasso, some of you bought his album. So and Dave said thank you to me, but from Dave through me to you, everybody that bought Dave's album from one of the Man Scout Monday episodes, thank you from David. So he's much appreciative of that. So take the time to go do that. Hit the follow on Aaron's Instagram page. His Twitter, he hasn't posted since 2017, but as an entertainer, I'm sure he'd be very, very happy. And go ahead on his most recent Instagram post, put the hashtag help a brother out. I want him to be happy that he got a bunch of Instagram followers and confused at the same time. So, but yeah, thank you guys enough, especially Dave Canning. Go over there and if you got an Instagram account, follow Aaron on IG. I've got it posted right here. You too, Rick Morris. Come on, just give him a follow. Wrestle Ranger, you the same. Go over there and hit follow. So that's Laura Lyons. You do too. Raider Rock. Go ahead and get an Instagram if you could as well. So David Canning, he did hit the follow button as well. So thank you guys. It's really gonna really make his day where he's like, why did I get a dozen or so Instagram followers out of nowhere? That's why. Yeah, you too, Matt High 19 over there. Matt, go over there. Also, you too, Brad Thomas. Good, fantastic wrestler over here on watching on IG Live. Make sure you go over to Aaron Sabat's Instagram Live. It's a little tough to see on Instagram right now, but that is pretty much. I'm going to go ahead and write it and hold it up there for everybody to see. Aaron. So that way, everybody on IG, we got a lot of people commenting on IG Live right now. So I'm going to stick with this. This would greatly entertain me if you guys would just go over on IG just to make it easy on you right there. See if I could get in focus. I'm just happy it's working right now. So everybody in IG Live, hop over to this IG, follow it. There we go. I got it now. So see it in a little bit of delay right there. So everybody, you see Norm, Sunny Kiss, my good friend KC, go over there and follow Aaron if you don't mind. So everybody on IG Live, got a lot of IG followers here tonight. So go over, check that out. Rick Morris, he said he's going to do that. He's on a crappy phone and he's multitasking right now. Well, I'm going to hold you to that, Rick. I'm going to hold you to that. Make sure you're following Aaron over there on IG. I want to give him as many followers as possible because he used one of his help a brother out card to help out a Man Scout. Well, I did get a lot of help this weekend. As you guys know from the social media posts, I filmed 3 new segments for the show. And it was very unique because I went to the homes of Mr. Thunderbolt, Dynamite, and Raider Rock. I have I've never been in their homes. Normally, I have a designated meeting place, which used to be the High Spots offices, and I'm not allowed back there because I am the enemy. So I have to. If I want to film something with these guys, I just can't. I don't have a neutral place to go anymore. Unless I'm going to go to Starbucks, and that would just be weird to do the things that I just did with them. So I went in their homes. It was a very, very unique experience. They opened their homes to me, and I think we filmed some very unique stuff. So those segments are going to start making their way through the program. Mr. Thunderbolt's How to Be a Ladies Champion. I'm very excited for you guys to see that. I'm a little nervous about the Dynamite's gun safety tips. I probably will air that one pretty close to Labor Day because there might be a chance I may or may not be doing a stream on Labor Day. I have a unique workaround for Labor Day. So when we get to Labor Day, do pay attention to that. If I do a stream, it will be something very unique, and I think I'll be able to pull it off. I just need to be in a place that has Wi-Fi, so which I think will be pretty easy, or I'll just do it with my data because I want to be available every Monday, but be paying attention to that as we get closer. But if I air Dynamite's gun safety tips, I'm going to get kicked off Facebook Live, and I might not have to worry about it. So that's why I'm going to put Dynamite as close to Labor Day as possible, so that way if I do get my account pulled, well, it'll be part of this, kind of was thinking about taking a break on Labor Day anyways, because I will be on the road possibly. Regardless, that leaves us with Raider Rock. But part of the reason I want to do, Raider Rock's booking office is because when I went to Raider Rock's home, he had a little surprise for me. It's not what you think. It's actually something nice. He got some Cyclops comics. That's right. Raider Rock went to a comic book shop knowing that I was coming over and got some X-Men comics for me. And these are some of these I don't have. Now, Cyclops isn't as featured on some of these covers as, they should, but it's close. It's kind of in the background. I already have this one, Raider Rock, so I don't know what to do with this one. I already got this. But the other ones, like especially this bad boy right here, I remember seeing this one and not getting this one. So, Raider Rock, you bribed me. You bribed me properly, and that is why, Raider Rock, I'm going to be putting the first edition of the booking office on this edition of Man Scout Monday, and it's a long one, guys. I had to find out something new about StreamYard to figure out how I was going to play this. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and set it up right now. It is a long one. It's a very interesting one, and it's got its own intro in there. So right now, you guys are going to see the debut edition of the booking office with Raider Rock. Hey there, folks. It's me, the Man Scout, Jake Manning. Hopefully you've been enjoying the Man Scout Monday so far, but I am sitting next to the Dominator and the Terminator of the Rock Dome, Raider Rock. Raider, how you doing?
Wonderful, sir.
Good. Well, as people may or may not know, Raider Rock messages me almost on a daily basis. Go ahead and add him on Facebook. He'll message you all the time. The second you log on, he'll send you a message, and he's always sending me messages. And yes, I'm onto your tricks. I'm onto your tricks. You talk about how, the UCWF booking office wants this to happen. The UCWF want to do this, but I know you're the brains behind the UCWF. And, I want to pick that brain much the way most people, like Sean Oliver always wanted to pick Kevin Sullivan's brain about being a booker and what it's like putting together talent. Well, I see the brain that's on your head. I see the brain that sits on those shoulders. And I want to pick your brain a little bit. And that's why we're going to do a little segment here called The Booking Office, which we're going to do on your front steps. So, we'll call this, I guess, the Booking Front Steps. So, your task for today is maybe a big one. Actually, the biggest task will be to try to do this while cars are going by. But regardless, I want you to book 6 matches for AEW All Out. I basically want you to put your booking cap on and pretend like you're TK, which would be tough because he dates supermodels and you're Raider Rock. But regardless, I want you to give me 6 matches you think would sell for AEW. We're going to put this out before AEW has their all-out pay-per-view in Chicago. So, geographic location is important. So you put together a possible lineup, a lineup you think is going to sell for AEW all out in Chicago this upcoming year. So, what do you got, Raider Rock?
Let's start off with Dr. Britt Baker versus Big Swole.
Okay, Dr. Britt Baker. Is that going to be your opener right there?
I'm not sure exactly what would where that would be, but I think that would be a good matchup.
Versus Big Swole. Okay, I can get behind that. It's kind of a rematch from the All Out the year before. So, if I'm not mistaken.
But bigger stakes because right now, if I'm not mistaken, Britt Baker does have the belt.
Yes, this is true. This is very true. Okay, so Dr. Britt Baker versus Big Swole, AEW Women's Title match.
Yes.
Got it. Cool. What's the other match you're going to put on All Out?
Let's go a triple threat match.
Triple threat, okay.
For the world title.
World title? Ooh, world title match right here.
I'd like to see Omega versus Christian versus Paige.
Okay, alright. Omega, Cage, and Paige. Okay, alright. Interesting take. Interesting take. I like what we got going on here so far. Okay, what is your next match? Like I said, there's probably going to be 7 or 8 on the show, but we'll just do 6 to make it a little bit easier. So, what's your next match?
Miro going one-on-one with the Big Show.
Oh, Big Show, okay. You think you'll have to sweet talk Big Show and putting the tights on?
I don't think anybody needs to sweet talk him for anything. I think he's more than willing to get back in the ring.
Okay, all right. So far, like, this has actually turned out to be actually a pretty decent show so far. And it all kind of makes sense in continuity-wise. We'll figure out what your order is going to be. So, all right, 3 more matches.
Let's go Colt Cabana.
Okay.
Teaming up with whoever from the Dark Order. It really doesn't matter.
Well, it kind of does matter. You're the booker, and people need answers. Who are you going to put him with?
Let's go with 10.
10? Okay. 10?
To take on Private Party.
Private Party. Okay, all right. I'm surprised you know who Private Party is. Pretty happy about that. Good guys.
From what I hear, yeah.
No, they're great guys. I know. From what you hear is probably what I told you.
I've heard it from a few other crazy people, but
and me.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about Joey Janela versus Sonny Kiss?
Okay, so you obviously are a fan of Dark and Dark Elevation. You saw that they are now split, so big grudge match, pay-per-view. Dig it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you're on a roll. Tell you what, why don't you do a full 7? Do a full card. So give me 2 more.
Let's see. Young Bucks.
Okay. I was going to say, if you don't have the executive vice presidents on here, you're in trouble. So.
Well, yeah. Let's have them versus their cohorts, the Good Brothers.
Okay. Well, what's going to spur this? What's going to cause the Good Brothers to take on the Young Bucks?
Good Brothers want more gold.
Okay. So it's going to be more like a friendly competition?
Probably, but then you never know with those guys. There'll be antics and tricks trying to sway it one way or the other.
Yeah, but like, what's going to be the big... Like, they seem very strongly aligned right now. What's going to be the schism between those two?
I'm not real sure.
You've got to know. You're the booker here.
Maybe they get tired of the antics of what's his name with the that little facial mask thing. I don't even know why he's even got it on.
Brandon Cutler?
Yeah, that's it. Cutler.
Okay, so he's going to spur it.
Good Brothers get tired of dealing with his antics.
Maybe he does something that offends the Good Brothers.
Or costs them a match.
Okay, all right. I see. All right. That's a little better. These are the answers that I'm looking for here. So, as I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me one more.
I'd like to see a straight-up street fight.
Street fight.
Between Mox and Eddie Kingston.
What's causing all this?
Everybody knows they're on again, off again friends all the time. It could be anything with those two.
It needs to be something. What's gonna spur it this time, Raider Rock?
Kingston tired of being held back.
So you think people just get tired? Like, how could anybody, someone like you, like pretty complacent where you are, be tired of anything? Like,
Well, I'm tired of being held back in $5.
you're being held back. I've given you opportunities.
Yeah, I'd like a match against Jeff for the title.
I've given you like so many matches against Jeff.
And there's only been one where he's gotten a W over me in $5.
Yeah.
And that was a triple threat match, which took a ball bat to the head and him driving Big Donnie over me to beat me.
Okay, well, must know somebody's keeping score around here. I forgot all that. Regardless, I'll let you have the street fight Mox Kingston thing. So, because I'm still perplexed that Jeff Hart has only beat me once, considering how many times you guys wrestled. Regardless, what is the order for this super card, this pay-per-view event coming from Chicagoland area, All Out?
Let's start it off with Joey Janela versus Sonny Kiss.
You can start with a grudge match?
Yes,
All right, cool. All right, fine, whatever.
because we don't want to put all
hot
the...
shot in the territory here. Okay. What's your second one? Don't say the executive vice presidents.
No, I wasn't. I was going to go with Colt Cabana and Private Parties match.
All right, so we're gonna go with them. What's number 3?
I would go with Dr. Britt Baker versus Big Swole.
All right, so logic's not too far off. Again, you got obviously you got a grudge match, you got a tag match, you got a women's title match. Okay, I like how you're laying this out.
Miro versus Big Show, number 4.
Now, is this for the TNT title?
Yes, that would be.
Okay, this is a TNT title match. So back-to-back title matches, folks. Raider Rock don't care nothing about belts. Get them out of the way. So,
Mox versus Kingston,
okay.
number 5. Then we would go
We would have to go to a video package to clean up the ring after the street fight. What video package are we going to play?
the Young Bucks and Good Brothers getting ready for that match.
Okay, to recap the situation. Somehow this is actually making sense and this is terrifying to me. Alright, so Young Bucks are 6, which now leaves us the world title match at 7. So you're smart enough to realize the world title match has to go on last.
Yes.
So right there, that is all out. And I'll be quite honest, at the time that we're doing this, I don't think any matches have been announced for All Out yet. And like, I think this card is bumping just like that stereo system was that just drove by. I think this is actually not bad. So I thought this would be more of a satirical thing, but maybe I have stumbled onto a booking genius here underneath my nose the entire time. So, Ray Rock, thank you very much for allowing me in the booking office.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, and there it is, the first edition of the booking office, ladies and gentlemen. Just proving once again, booking is not hard. It's not hard, guys. No, what is hard? Making this camera work right now because it's already acting fuzzy. But I'm going to finish my point of how booking isn't hard. Okay, that sounds like a good card that all kind of makes sense. Well, guess what? Like, if you have the talent available, that's all you got to do is just put names down on a piece of paper. Know what's hard? Figuring out how you're going to get 2 ring trucks going, one to Houston, Texas, the other one going to Chicago. Or worrying about creating another hour of programming, or what we're going to do for dark, and a multitude of booking flights and getting talent here and getting production people here and filming this promo in time and getting this effect taken care of, and what merch are we going to do for all these people, and making sure the damn cameras work when we do get in the right location, ladies and gentlemen. Those things are hard. Putting names on a blackboard is not hard. If Raider Rock can do it, anybody can do it. So when you guys like, oh, I think you should book this. Well, guess what? Booking's the easy part. Getting talent flown there and taking care of their hotel room is the hard part. Always. And I'm going to get out of here, guys, and try and hopefully figure out what is wrong with my camera. This is very frustrating right now. Maybe I can get dumb Josh to help me fix this, but right now it's probably on my own because this day is cursed. All types of bad stuff has happened. I'm going to get out of here before I get struck by lightning. But if you guys are at the Gathering of the Juggalos, you will see me wrestle a bear. If you guys are going to the Carolina Panther game, come check me out. I'll probably be in the 500 level because I'll be all alone, and they know I can handle myself all alone. So don't make me so lonely up there. And I will, do better next time with this camera, and hopefully have all the bugs ironed out by the next time. I think my computer just needs to be shut off because I've been working it hard all day, editing fantastic future segments for Man Scout Monday. All the more reason for you to check out Man Scout Monday on a regular basis. But let's get out of here as we always do with our Wonder intro song done by Sarah from Marty and Sarah Loves Wrestling. And I love each and every one of you guys. And hopefully you have a wonderful night. Better than how my night's been going. Have a good night.